It's 3 in the morning. Your dog starts barking. You look around. You check the window. There's nothing there. No one outside. No other animals. No sound you can hear. And yet, your dog is certain, completely certain that something demands a response. Here's what the science actually says. Your dog is not confused, not dreaming, and not barking at nothing. There is a precise neurological and evolutionary reason this happens, and it has nothing to do with what you can see or hear in that moment. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly what is happening inside your dog's brain when the house goes dark, and why everything you think you know about nighttime barking is probably wrong. To understand why your dog barks at night, you first have to understand what your dog actually is. Not what 15,000 years of domestication made them look like. What they still are neurologically, biologically, at the level of instinct. Wolves bark in two primary contexts, when alarmed and when defending territory. Research published in the journal Behavioral Processes and documented across decades of wolf vocalization studies confirms that the wolf bark is not a general communication tool. It is a specific alarm signal, fast, sharp, designed to alert the pack to a threat. Dogs inherited that same system, but here is where it gets complicated. According to research on canine domestication published in 2022 in the journal Comprehensive Psychoneuroendocrinology, the domestication process fundamentally altered how dogs manage fear and anxiety. The selection pressure that made dogs tolerable to humans also made them significantly more vocal and significantly more sensitive to social separation. In wolves, only the highest-ranking adult male typically barks. In dogs, every individual vocalizes freely. The alarm system got democratized, and the threshold for triggering it got lower. What this means is that your dog at night is running an ancestral security protocol that was never designed for a suburban bedroom. It was designed for open territory, pack survival, and threats that moved in the dark. The behavior is ancient, the environment is new, and the mismatch between those two things is exactly why you're awake at 3 a.m. In 1993, researchers G.J. Adams and K.G. Johnson at the University of Cambridge published what became one of the most cited studies in canine sleep science. A direct observation of 24 domestic dogs filmed throughout full nights in their natural urban home environments. Published in Applied Animal Behavior Science, the study documented something that most dog owners have no idea about. Your dog does not sleep the way you sleep. While humans cycle through sleep stages roughly every 90 minutes, spending extended periods in deep sleep, dogs cycle through sleep and wakefulness approximately every 16 to 21 minutes throughout the entire night. Let that number land. Every 16 to 21 minutes, your dog wakes up. Over an 8-hour night, that means your dog experiences roughly 23 separate sleep-wake transitions. 23 moments where they resurface from sleep, re-engage with their senses, and take a fresh reading of the environment around them. The follow-up study from the same researchers, published in 1994, tested what happens during these wake windows. 12 dogs were monitored as they were exposed to pre-recorded audio stimuli at different stages of sleep, including sounds of barking, breaking glass, motorcycle engines, and strangers discussing criminal activity nearby. The finding was clear. Dogs in the alert phase of their sleep-wake cycle were dramatically more responsive to auditory stimuli than dogs in quiet or active sleep. What this means in practice is that your dog has 23 opportunities per night to hear something, process it as a threat, and respond. You, sleeping in your continuous 8-hour cycle, have almost none. Your dog is not oversensitive. Your dog is running a biological night watch that evolved over tens of thousands of years to protect the pack while it slept. The problem is that the pack is you, and the territory is your house. And the sound that triggered the alarm might have been a raccoon 3 streets away, or a car door closing 2 blocks over, or a frequency entirely outside human hearing range. Because dogs hear up to 65,000 hertz. Humans hear up to roughly 20,000. There is an entire acoustic world happening around your home every night that you are completely unaware of. Your dog is not. This is where the science stops being abstract and starts explaining the specific thing that happens in your house. Think about the last time your dog barked at night. Where were you? In another room, most likely. Maybe a different floor. Maybe with a closed door between you. From your dog's neurological perspective, that arrangement is already a problem before the barking even starts. Research on separation-related behavior in dogs, including a major 2022 study published in the journal Animals by researchers from Dogs Trust in the United Kingdom, found that dogs who experience any form of separation from their primary attachment figure show measurable stress responses. Barking and howling were among the most consistent behavioral markers of that stress. The study, which followed hundreds of dogs before and during the COVID-19 pandemic, found something particularly relevant. Dogs whose time alone decreased significantly because their owners were suddenly home all day showed increased separation-related behaviors when owners eventually left again or even moved to another room. Night is inherently a separation event for many dogs. You go to your room, they stay in theirs, the pack fragments, and then, in that fragmented state, every 21 minutes they wake up and take stock of where everyone is. If they hear something, anything, during one of those wake windows, the calculus is immediate. Alert the pack. Protect the territory. Make noise until the threat is assessed. And here is the part that most owners miss entirely. When you respond to the barking, even to tell your dog to stop, you have confirmed that the alarm worked. You came. The pack reassembled. The behavior was reinforced. This is not a training failure. It is not a behavior problem in the way most people use that phrase. It is a biological system functioning exactly as designed in an environment it was never designed for. Understanding that distinction is the first step toward actually changing it. In 2023, researchers publishing in the Journal of Veterinary Behavior investigated something that adds a critical layer to everything we have discussed so far. The study examined the relationship between breed selection history and separation-related barking, specifically asking whether the type of work a dog was originally bred for predicts how it responds when alone. The results were striking. Dogs from breeds historically selected for cooperative work alongside humans, retrievers, herding dogs, spaniels, showed significantly higher rates of barking when separated from their owners compared to dogs from breeds selected for independent work, like terriers or livestock guardian dogs. The researchers concluded that centuries of selective breeding for human cooperation fundamentally altered the canine stress response to separation. The more a breed was designed to work in constant proximity to humans, the more distress it experiences when that proximity is removed. Your golden retriever, your Labrador, your border collie, these are not just friendly dogs. They are animals whose nervous systems were shaped by hundreds of years of selection pressure to be in continuous contact with humans. Putting them in a separate room at night and expecting silence is, from a neurological standpoint, asking them to override one of their most deeply embedded behavioral programs. This does not mean it cannot be done. It means that when it fails, when the barking happens anyway, it is not a reflection of a badly behaved dog. It is a reflection of an extraordinarily well-adapted one. When you combine the Adams and Johnson sleep research with the 2023 breed study and the separation behavior data, a complete picture emerges that explains nighttime barking in a way that no single study can. Your dog wakes up 23 times a night. During each of those waking windows, they are running an automatic assessment of their environment, scanning sound frequencies you cannot hear, checking for the presence of pack members, evaluating territorial integrity. If they are a breed built for human cooperation, the absence of close contact with you is already a low-level stressor before any external sound even enters the picture. And then a car door closes, or a fox moves through the yard, or a neighbor's alarm goes off briefly, or a sound in a frequency range you cannot access at all occurs somewhere nearby, and the system fires. Not because your dog is anxious in a clinical sense, not because they are poorly trained, not because something is wrong with them, because they are doing exactly what 15,000 years of coevolution with humans designed them to do. The night watch is not a problem your dog has. It is a service your dog provides. The question is not how to turn it off. The question is how to work with it rather than against it. 3 things the science actually supports for reducing nighttime barking, not eliminating the behavior, but changing the conditions that make it more likely. First, address the separation architecture of your night. The 2022 Dogs Trust study found that physical proximity to the owner was one of the strongest predictors of reduced separation-related vocalization. This does not necessarily mean your dog sleeps in your bed. It means that the location where your dog sleeps relative to where you sleep matters more than most training protocols acknowledge. A dog who can hear or smell you is running a significantly quieter night watch than one who cannot. Second, Understand that sound masking has a legitimate neurological basis. The Adams and Johnson sleep studies found that dogs in quiet or active sleep were substantially less reactive to external stimuli than dogs in their alert-wake windows. White noise, low-volume music, or ambient sound does not eliminate your dog's ability to detect threats, but it raises the threshold required to trigger the alarm response during those 23 wake windows. The external stimulus has to be louder and more distinct to compete with the background. This is not a trick. It is applied sleep science. Third, and most counterintuitively, do not make nighttime the exception to your dog's daily arousal pattern. Research consistently shows that dogs with higher daytime physical and cognitive engagement show lower nighttime arousal. A dog who has genuinely exhausted its threat assessment capacity during the day enters the night in a lower neurological baseline. This means the 23 wake windows still happen, but the alert state within each window is less sensitive. The threshold for triggering a full bark response is higher. Exercise and mental engagement are not just welfare recommendations. They are neurological regulation tools. Your dog barks at night because they are doing their job, a job inherited from wolves who stood watch so the pack could sleep. A job refined over 15,000 years of living beside humans who benefited from it. A job written so deeply into the canine nervous system that no amount of nighttime silence has fully overwritten it. The next time it happens, at 3 a.m. in the dark when you can't see or hear a single thing, remember what the research actually says. Your dog heard something real. They woke up, as they always do, and they assessed the world around them. And then they did the only thing their biology has ever known how to do. They told you about it.